Good afternoon, everybody. This is the 49 Days of CBC, and I have an amazing man, a good friend of mine. I've known him for probably about 10 or so years, or even more probably. This is Mr. Joe Byrd. He's one of
Probably about 19, really.
yeah. Well, this guy, he is not only a great
Well, at least 2003, so 17.
17 years. Of course, my dog's sitting here. All right. Yeah, so Mr. Joe Byrd, it's an honor to work with you at camp. The connection you make with kids and everything has just been great, and I love seeing that happen. And to see your spiritual growth over the years, and to see you up there preaching at times, and it's a true blessing having you as a brother in Christ. And I just wanted to welcome you to this fine, what is it, Friday afternoon, and just talk to you a little bit about Carolina Bible Camp. So how did it hit you when you found out we weren't going to have camp?
I lost kind of your audio. Did you?
All right.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I was just asking how when you found out about camp being canceled, what did you think?
Oh man, I was very disappointed. It's something that I pencil in week 7 on my vacation every year, November actually. So you're looking at 8 or 9 months ahead, and I always pencil that in when you guys give me the date. So when that came down, I know Randall and the leadership down there, prayerfully and thought about it, and it was a hard decision to make, but I was personally disappointed. I know my kids were very disappointed. Brian and Bradley, my sons, that go week 7 every year, they look forward to that. That's the highlight of their summer, and seeing their friends from all over the state. So they were disappointed, man. We understand it, but that's something we as a family look forward to every year.
Now, didn't your wife, didn't she go to camp as a camper?
Say that one more time.
All right. Didn't your wife, wasn't she a camper at Carolina Bible Camp at one point? Krista? Or are we breaking up too bad here?
Yeah, we're breaking up.
All right.
Say it one more time, Andy.
Wasn't your wife a camper at Carolina Bible Camp?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she came with Warner's Chapel in Clemens, Church of Christ, as a child and teenager.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she was a camper there, definitely, yes.
Cool deal. Now, how long is it you've been coming to camp now as a staff member?
I want to say probably at least the last 4 or 5 years or so. I don't know, exactly. I have to break out the T-shirts.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well,
how I keep track of it, man.
How has camp impacted you?
Oh man, just summertime. I look forward to seeing the staff. You guys with the week 7 staff. I've gained a real fondness to those guys and gals, and we've been real fortunate as week 7 to have pretty much a good core nucleus of staffers, and with the devos we do in the morning, and we've all gotten to know each other pretty good throughout the year and years that we've been going up there since I've been involved, and it's just an overall week to refresh, especially with what I do for a living, and just life, the stresses of life, and it's a rejuvenation period. You see the kids, how excited they are. You get a chance to interact with them in the classes, and seeing the baptisms and the singing, and it's so encouraging, for a week to escape, the world out here, so to speak, and get together with Christians of like mind, and it's just a good week to recharge and get focused again.
Well, looking back, I know I've got photos of you participating in one person's baptism. That was Abby Daly's. You were there. You were part of that. Do you have any special memories that you could share with us that you've experienced as a staff member there at camp?
Oh, I got so many. I mean, that you mentioned Abby Daly. That was something that she started. She's become such a fixture at camp. I think she's attended every week for the last several years, and she's
Yes.
kind of became like the camper spokesman. But
yeah, there you go.
but that's a perfect example, because here she was, a young lady who came. I believe at the time she was seeking Christ, and very inquisitive. I remember myself and John Foster actually was on staff that year, and it was my first or second year as a staffer, and just had the opportunity during breaks and whatnot to sit down with her and go through the Word with her and answer those questions and see her conversion. And man, just to be there from the beginning of that and see her and see especially how she's developed into a young woman. I mean, she makes us all proud, seeing her today. I hadn't seen her in a while, but seeing her today and what kind of young person or young adult now that she's turned out to be. But yeah, being involved with her baptism was something I'll never forget. And then, selfishly last year, my oldest son, Brian, was baptized. I was involved in that. And, that's something obviously that's very special. I'll never forget that. But all the baptisms, just hanging out with you guys, the staff, the campers that come back every year. Like I said, man, it just is a joy to see everybody.
Yes, sir. Now, thinking back over the years that you've experienced Carolina Bible Camp, you've already said the staff and everything's really made an impact on you. Just the group that we've formed there at week 7 is just is a true blessing. Are there staff members at camp that have left an impression on you that's kind of like one of those lifelong impressions that you'll never forget?
Yeah, really all of them. I mean, like I mentioned before, we've all, as I say, we as a week 7 staff, man, I mean, we've been fortunate that we've been very consistent with the same folks, starting with yourself and Melissa and Rob, and, the folks that come from Lake Norman, from Deep River, Warner's Chapel. I think people like Forrest Boozer, we've always, of course, talked together, not together, but, some of the same age group, but somehow Forrest and I always end up sitting together at the chow hall, across from each other. And we have some interesting conversations, and a lot of respect for Forrest. And I've known his family for a few years now, and his whole family is top notch. And David Price, last several years, David and I have been roommates together. So that that's been fun. And David's a true, mentor. He's someone you can talk to, and
yes.
I can pick up the phone right now and call him, and we can have discussions. But not to be unfair to anybody else, I think of people like Charlie Belch, the kitchen staff. I mean, the just everybody there. I hate to start mentioning names, so I'll leave somebody out. But Rob Morey, I don't know if I mentioned him earlier, but we've been very fortunate to have consistency with the staff. So they've all made an impact on me for sure.
It is a blessing to have all those guys and ladies that you talked about there. When you think of Carolina Bible Camp, can you sum it up in one word, what it means to you?
One word. Okay. Wow. There's 2 really that come to mind. One would be joy, because as I said before, it's such a joy to see, those young people together, that have a like mind and a lot like faith, and the staff members. And, for 1 week out of the year, we all have you're around folks with a commonality, and just, a common worldview and a common way to share time with each other. And it's just, it's very, it's a joy to be there. And I guess the second word, I know you only asked for one, but the second word would be hope, because especially with everything going on in society now, it's easy to watch the news and get wrapped up in, man, we're just going down the tubes. But, when you go to week 7 in particular, and around that staff members and around those kids, and it just gives you hope for the future, because they are the future generation.
Yes, sir. Well, if there was a parting word you'd like to share with the staff and the kids, just to kind of encourage them for next year, what would you say to them?
To those folks that are the campers, I just say, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Stay strong in Christ. You have, like I just mentioned, you have the hope. No matter what happens, it's like the old saying goes, we don't know what our future holds, but we know who holds our future. And that's when you're in Christ, that's the hope that we have from day to day, no matter what happens down here on earth. Christ has given us that promise. So just stay strong, be encouraging to those that are around you, and be that light into the world that we so desperately need.
Well, this neighbor of mine just decided to start cutting grass, so we'll finish this
No.
up real quick. Yeah, well, Joe, like I always say, I love having you working with us week 7. You bring a lot to our staff there. It's a true honor to have you as a friend, and I just want to say thank you for the job that you do as a North Carolina State Trooper, man. I appreciate you. I pray for you guys. Love you, man, and I can't wait till we can get back together and join together working at Carolina Bible Camp.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here, brother. Love you, Andy and Melissa and your family. And, we'll get back together soon. I know this too shall pass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you take care of yourself and be safe, brother.
Yes, sir.